When people are experiencing painful problems, they will pay to have them fixed.
This is Nutrition for Your Business, the show where we simplify business building tactics that actually work.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Abigail.
And on today's episode of Nutrition for Your Business, we're showing you how to create nutrition services and programs that clients will actually buy.
This is a topic that is near and dear to our hearts because we have seen way too many nutrition professionals invest a ton of time into creating programs and services that no one buys.
It's true. We've heard from nutrition professionals who have created entire services like membership sites, workshops, even group programs only to have no one sign up. And this is the worst. That's a lot of invested hours wasted into creating something that no one cares about.
Yeah, it isn't a good feeling. But when no one buys, it is usually because the program or service you are offering doesn't actually solve a problem for your ideal client.
And this is super unfortunate because we know that when people are experiencing painful problems, they will pay to have them fixed. It's up to you as a health professional to figure out what those problems are and then design your services and programs to solve them.
Right, but in order to figure out what those problems are, we need you to get into a problem-focused mindset. So this sounds really simple, but many health professionals really struggle with this. We see it all of the time when talking about their ideal client. Many health professionals talk about their client's characteristics like age, gender, or even occupation. But these are your client's characteristics, not their problems. And like we said, in order to create services and programs that people actually buy, you need to focus on their problems.
Right. Like the fact that your ideal client is female, 30 to 40 years old, and a stay-at-home mom is good to know, but it says nothing about her health problems. So we want you to completely change the way that you think about your ideal client. Instead of thinking of them as characteristics, think of them as people who have certain health problems that need to be solved. And then you've got to make it your number one mission to solve those problems.
All right, so now that you are in the right headspace, it is time to dive into creating nutrition services and programs that people will actually buy. And this is a really super simple two-step process.
So now that you have committed to focusing on your client's problems, it's time to get to know what those problems actually are. And in order to do this, you're going to have to ask them. Don't assume, don't guess. You actually need to talk to your clients and ask them what their problems are.
And honestly, we know that this is the point where we will lose many of you. And we know you're probably thinking, no way, I'm not going to ask my ideal clients what their problems are. Because having these types of conversations can be really uncomfortable, right? But we can tell you with extreme certainty that the health professionals who are talking to their clients and understand their problems are the ones that are succeeding. So buckle in, get a bit uncomfortable, and commit to having real conversations because it can seriously make or break your business.
And you can have these conversations face-to-face. You can have them at appointments, over the phone, on social media, anywhere that you're interacting with your clients. It doesn't need to be a formal interview, just a casual conversation.
Okay, so now you might be wondering, all right, but what do I ask my clients to find out what their problems are? So to make having these conversations super simple for you, here are 3 powerful questions you can start with.
So the first question is to ask, what challenges are you facing in regards to blank? And the blank, that's your area of expertise.
Right. So for example, say you are a nutritionist who specializes in helping women with PCOS. You would ask, what challenges are you facing in regards to coping with PCOS?
So by asking a leading question about their current issue that's specific to your area of expertise, you can quickly pick up on any problems that they're experiencing.
Okay, so then next, ask, can you tell me more about that? Where that is the problem or problems that came up in your previous question.
So this is where you're gonna dig into the real problem. Often your client's surface level complaint is actually not the real problem. By asking them to tell you more about a problem they mentioned, you can dive deeper under the surface to uncover the client's real issue. The simple question, "Can you tell me more about that?" will allow you to learn so much more about the problem.
Okay, so let's go back to that woman with PCOS. After she tells you about her struggle with constant breakouts, you listen and you say, "Tell me more about that." From here, she opens up and tells you how much these breakouts affect her confidence. So she's totally avoiding all social events and just stays at home. When she's at home, she feels lonely, isolated, and depressed, and then often turns to food to fill the void, which she feels are making her breakouts even worse. So she's caught in this super vicious cycle.
Wow. Do you see how much information about your client's problem this simple question gave you access to?
Absolutely. It shifted the conversation away from the problem and towards the emotional and personal impact. So what started out as her simply struggling with acne has now evolved into deeper emotional issues.
Yeah, talking about these deeper emotional issues allows you to fully understand the bigger picture. This information will help you understand your client's problems so you can create a product or service to address them.
And now that you've heard about her problems and you've taken a deep dive into the emotional side, you can ask, in your mind, what would help you resolve these issues?
This is another amazingly powerful question because if a client can tell you exactly what they want, then you better understand what to offer them as a service or program to help.
So once you've worked through these 3 questions with one client, we want you to go do it again and again with more clients, because we can guarantee that the more clients you speak to, the more you will start to see trends in the problems that they have. And what you should create as a service or a program will start to become glaringly obvious.
Yes, but remember, you have to actually ask these questions to real humans in order to get genuine answers. You can't predict this stuff, you can't guess. Trust us on that.
So if you take one thing away from this episode, please let it be to actually talk to your clients about their problems and experiences. Don't shy away from this.
Okay, so now on to step 2. Now that you actually understand your client's problems, you can create products and services to help solve them.
Okay, let's go back to our example one last time here. Before you sat down and had real conversations with women with PCOS, you might have assumed that their biggest desires were to balance their hormones. But by actually talking to them, you learned that so many were struggling with frequent breakouts, which was having an impact on their social life, on their confidence, and on their mental health. From this, you're inspired to create a 4-week glowing skin program for women with PCOS. This program will be designed to solve breakouts through better nutrition, give your clients their confidence back, and introduce them to other women with PCOS for emotional support and social connection. This program will speak to their actual biggest desire to clear up their skin and feel confident and connected so that they can show up in all areas of life.
If you would have assumed that you knew what your clients wanted, you would probably be creating something around balancing their hormones, which probably wouldn't resonate with them. You might know that their hormones are out of whack as a health professional, but all they care about are these horrible breakouts. And now that you've had a conversation with them, you can clearly see and be able to help them solve this problem with an amazing program.
Right. And now instead of going out there and creating a hormone balancing program no one is going to buy, you can create a glowing skin program that you know can help your ideal client's biggest pain point, all because you took the time to actually talk to them and understand their needs.
By talking to your clients, not only do you learn more about their real problems, but you also learn about how they talk about their problems, which you can use to market your services in words that are going to resonate with them. So for example, instead of calling it hormonal acne, you can call it horrible breakouts, because these are the exact words that your clients use and you know that's what's going to resonate with them.
So we're really proud that many of our That Clean Life members have really nailed it when it comes to creating programs and services that really offer a solution to the problems that their clients are experiencing.
So for example, take Robin. She's a holistic nutritionist who works with women who have endometriosis. Robin knows from speaking to her clients that their number one complaint is pain. So she created a 28-day pain-fighting meal plan for women with endometriosis.
Or Vanessa, a nutritionist who works with families dealing with autoimmune disease. So Vanessa knows that these families struggle to live a normal life after an autoimmune diagnosis. So she offers an autoimmune family system for parents of children diagnosed with autoimmune diseases to help them all get back to living life on their own terms.
Or Janine, who is a nutrition coach specializing in the keto diet. She knows that a big problem her clients come up against is weight loss plateaus. So she offers a whole session called the Keto Weight Loss Stall Buster, where she works with them to overcome that plateau.
Right. So great examples. Each and every single one of these health professionals has followed this two-step approach. They identify their clients' biggest pain points and then create their services and programs to address them. As a result, they don't have any problem attracting clients because what they offer is actually solving a problem.
And we want you to be a wildly successful health professional who releases products and services that really help people. But in order to do this, you need to get focused on your clients' problems, you need to talk to your clients, and you need to match your offerings to the problems that provide a solution they're willing to pay for.
Right. So remember what we said at the beginning. When no one buys, it's usually because the program or service you are offering doesn't solve a problem for your ideal client. Your ideal clients do have problems, so start creating solutions.
And that is all for today's episode of Nutrition for Your Business. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we will catch you on the next episode.